This is your UT10 Sports Report. I'm Caleb Gill. Tonight kicks off a big weekend for the NFL. Before we get to that, the Women's MAC Golf Championship was last weekend. The MAC tournament was hosted by the Rockets at the Stone Oak Country Club this past weekend, lasting from Friday to Sunday. After the long weekend, Kent State grabbed the MAC tournament title for the 23rd straight year, after scoring 25 over par. The runner-up, Northern Illinois, would go on to shoot 43 over par, and for Toledo, they scored 85 over par, helping them to finish 6th in the MAC tournament. Northern Illinois' Jasmine Lee was a top individual golfer with 1 under par, followed by Kent State's Chloe Saller with 3 over par. Kent State's head coach Casey Van Dame was impressed with the team's overall performance throughout the weekend tournament.
Well, I think they've done a great job. I think doing their game plan, controlling what they can control. I think we definitely have left some shots out there. I think we can clean up some stuff. But at the same time, we've had some really strong performances from a few individuals.
The NFL draft is upon us with the first round starting tonight. If you are looking for a Toledo Rocket that could get drafted, look no further than defensive back Tyson Anderson. By the end of the weekend, Anderson will know where the next phase of his journey will begin. After playing at Toledo since 2017, Anderson appears to be the Rocket with the best chances of getting drafted, especially after getting invited to play in the Senior Bowl in Mobile, Alabama, along with getting an invite to the NFL Scouting Combine in Indianapolis, where he ran a 4.36 40-yard dash. This was the second fastest for all safeties at the Combine. Some scouts have projected him to be picked as early as the 4th round, but many think he will go later on day 3 between rounds 5 and 7. If he or any other Rocket gets drafted, they will be the first players from Toledo to be drafted since 2019, when the Pittsburgh Steelers drafted wide receiver Deontay Johnson and the Green Bay Packers drafted defensive back Kadar Holman. Speaking of the NFL draft, Anderson's life isn't the only one that will change, for a total of 259 players will be drafted by NFL teams, starting with 32 tonight for round 1. In spirit of draft season, I decided to make my own first-round mock draft to share with you. Here are my projected top 10 picks in this year's draft with no trades. The first thing you might notice is Trayvon Walker going number 1 to the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's the current betting odds favorite to go number 1, and if that's the case, Lions fans, you better hope that the Lions run that card in and take Aiden Hutchinson number 2 and keep Hutchinson in the state of Michigan. You might also notice no skill position players taken in my top 5. I think it's a very heavy draft in the trenches, and that's where the focus will be early on. 1 quarterback in my top 10 with 3 in my top 32. You can see my full first-round mock draft if you want to see where I have my other quarterbacks taken on our website, ut10news.com. The first round will kick off tonight at 8 p.m., and then tomorrow night there will have rounds 2 and 3, and then Saturday will be rounds 4 through 7 to finish off the weekend.